YouTube? It's your boy Sean Matry here with the deck I played in the KC Cup. Now this is Dino Fleur, and this deck can pop off. So basically, if you want to destroy Resonator, this is a great deck to play. So basically you're running your standard Fleur package, your 3 Saucier, your 3 Sog, and then your 2 Necrosynchron, your 1 Bulb. So basically your turn 1 board you want to optimally make, you need an Oviraptor plus a baby Cerosaurus or a Miscacerosaurus. Fossil didn't get you there. You're going to end on your Power Tool plus your Avalzorlagia, Robin, and your UCT. And I'm going to go over what all these Dino cards do. So, pretty much, most of you know what Fleur does already, so I don't need to go too much deep into that. But, let's go with the Dino cards. So, first of all, your main starter is Soul Eating Oviraptor. So, Oviraptor allows you to search any Dino on summon. So, you're going to most likely search your Misk. Also, you could destroy any level 4 or lower Dino to summon a level 4 from your graveyard. Any Dino from your graveyard. It doesn't have to be level 4 or lower, but most of the time you're going to summon Oviraptor, which is going to allow you to make your Lagia, which we'll talk about in a second. Next, you have Misk. Now, Misk, you can discard this to the graveyard, and all dinosaur monsters during the main phase are unaffected by activated effects of your opponent. This is very strong. Keep in mind, Fiendish Chain is a continuous effect, not an activated one. So, Fiendish Chain can still negate things, even if you do that. So, you want to ideally force it out first. But if you can do that, your Mistors will be unaffected by their Abyss or by their Fiendish Golem. So that's really, really good. Or any activated effect. So if they want to Fiendish you later on, they won't be able to do it. If they want to use any of their back row to disrupt you in something like Subterra, they're not going to be able to do it. So overall, this is a really, really strong card. Yeah, and this card just makes it really, really good. Also, you banish this card from your graveyard. Main reason you play this. Banish it from your graveyard at plus any amount of Dinos. Special summon a Dino monster from your deck whose level is equal to the amount banished. So if you banish Misk itself, it's a level 1, which in that case you're going to mostly summon your Animador and Archosaur. So this card can destroy a Dino on the field or in hand to add any Ultra Double Evolution Pill from your deck to your hand. And so to destroy your baby could summon a level 4 out of the deck or any level 4 or lower Dino, which you're going to mostly summon another Misk or you're still using Oviraptor. But your Archosaur searching this Double Evolution Pill will allow you to summon the best card in your deck, which is your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Now, some people play 2 UCT. I personally play 1 because I prefer more consistency, but you can play 2 if you really want to. Basically, Double Evolution Pill banishes 1 dinosaur and any other type of monster from your graveyard to special summon a level 7 or higher dinosaur monster, ignoring its summoning conditions. So you're going to summon this, and this card is insanely good. It can be hard summoned by its own condition, which is by banishing 2 dinos from your graveyard, or by the spell that I just talked about. So basically, once per turn during either player's main phase, you can essentially destroy a monster on the field or in hand to Book of Eclipse the entire field. Also, UCT can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, and then each defense position monster you can set up to send it to the graveyard instead of destroying it, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. This is an insanely powerful effect, as by sending it, you get around a lot of things, such as Nightingale, such as Armed Dragon level 10, Thunder's ability to protect my battle. Very, very good overall. This card is absolutely amazing, and it can just Book of Eclipse your opponent's board as well as be Mist Protection, which is really good into Nibiru, because then you can protect against Nibiru, and they can't Nibiru you because they have to do it in the main phase. Yeah, so really, really good. Fossil Dig just searches pretty much anything except UCT in the deck. So obviously it's a mandatory 3 of. Small World is really, really good with, like, the way Small World works is you have to banish a monster from the deck that meets one of the first type's condition. That's either same attack, same defense, same level, same attribute, any of that. And then you have to choose a monster for your deck and banish one monster that meets banish itself, and then add a monster for your deck and that meets the same condition as the banished monsters, but you can't choose the same condition as the first monster. Has to be different than the first. So for example, I know this card's complicated. Let's say I have Sog the Fleur, right, and I want to get to my Oviraptor. I can banish my Necrosynchron because my Necrosynchron is a dark, and then since I meet dark for dark, I then can, well, not this, I mean, to do it this way. I should say we do it this way instead. I mean to say it this way. I said it about the wrong way. But we use our Sog de Fleur, not our Sog de Fleur, our Necrosynchron, and then our Necrosynchron can banish out our level 2 Dino, and then our level 2 Dino, since it's a Dino and it meets a different condition, we can add our Soul Eating Oviraptor. So lines like that is basically what you're going to be doing with your Small World and stuff like that. You'll have a lot of lines to get into it, which are very, very effective for you. So being able to search your Oviraptor could give you an additional piece for combo. And then we run Life Extreme, our Power Tool line. Life Extreme is very good because if a battle position of a monster's changed, bump any card in the field, really, really good. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck profile. Phoenix, we're playing because pop Back Row, Unicorn, Reproducus. Okay, if you don't know what this card does, it could change all face-up monsters. This card points to can become a certain type. Again, this effect is not really used. It's more or less just using this so that way you can use fodder for UCT or to pop it with Archosaur, which I will talk about when we go over Archosaur, but you can use it to pop Archosaur, but yeah. We play one Goddess. This comes up a lot. You definitely want Goddess. One Logia, one Robin, one Ding, one Excel Secret Stardust, and one Power. But yeah. Alright. So you're going to start with your Miss. Miss makes you unaffected by all, like I said, all your dinos are unaffected during the main phase, so they cannot Veil you, they cannot Mortar you, really, really strong, they cannot Nibiru your dinos, they can Nibiru the rest of your board, but they cannot Nibiru the dinos. So, next we're going to activate Miss, it's effect of the grave, we're going to summon out Animard Archosaur. Archosaur will go ahead and pop the baby, adding the double evolution pill. Then we will summon out our Soul Eating Oviraptor. Here we will go activate Oviraptor, searching another Oviraptor. Then we will normal summon it. You can even search Misk. It doesn't have to be Oviraptor. You can search Misk if you want to. That's probably even better. Next, we're going to make Logia in the main. Then we're going to skill. Sending our Archosaur. Very important you do this first to summon your Sorcier. Then we're going to activate our skill to return our baby Ceratosaurus to reduce the level of our Sorcier by 2. And then we will make Excel Secret Stardust, and this has got to be in the EMZ. Now, you may say, well, why not just go right for Power Tool? And that's a good question. But the reason why is because if we do, we don't get Glow Bulb. Okay, so now at this point, we will summon out our bulb. And then we will go ahead and summon our Power Tool in the EMZ. Activate the effect. We'll activate our Glow Bulb. Then we will activate our Durandal, adding our Boost Warrior to hand. Special the Boost Warrior. Then we can make our Ensemble Robin. And then, from here, we can banish 2, summon our UCT, and then we have our board. Now, against most decks, we're going to want to summon our Power Tool in defense, and most of our monsters in defense. And you may say, well, why, Sean? Well, the reason why is because if you go up against something like RDA, you don't want them to go scarred and get a free board wipe just because you left things in attack. Or go up against Predator Plant and just get sacked by Starving Venom by just putting in attack. So everything should go in defense. It's also better against Droplet. So, yeah. But this is how you do your main combo line. Very, very strong. I highly recommend it. And, yeah. if you stayed that long, I greatly appreciate it. I recommend you give this deck a try. We are going to cog with it this week. I'm going to try to nail somebody's account with this, and I think I know the person. So if you want to see a cog run with this deck, make sure you like, comment, sub. Follow me on twitch.tv/ShowMaTry. Sub to me on the YouTube. So that way I can see how this deck pops off. May do a tournament run with it. But I definitely think this deck is good. We might have had a shot. We did definitely lock in the top 500. I can tell you that 100%. We might have had a shot to top 100 with this if I really wanted to push. But I got so involved with Pokemon Pocket, I never really had a chance to push, and I got really sick over the last week, so I couldn't really go in as hard in the case of cup as I normally did. But this deck is definitely really, really good. I recommend you give it a try if you have the pieces to make it. But yeah, that's going to be my video. And until next time, it's your boy ShowMaTry signing out. Bye, YouTube.